So welcome everybody and to another of my recorded sessions. I have not done one of these in quite a while. However, I am joined by the very lovely Lorraine Clarke, who runs her own business called Oak Tree Coaching. So welcome, Lorraine.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you for being my guest today.
You're welcome.
And sharing a few of your feelings. It's all to do with all things photography. Now, we knew one another well over a decade ago through a mutual networking group, business networking group. And at the time, you were running your own domiciliary care business called Clarke Care.
Yep, that's right.
Now, and I remember actually you helped an awful lot of those members with advice over their own elderly relatives.
Yeah.
And I do recall you giving a very good talk on dementia care.
Yeah.
Now, also at that time, you shared with me how much you hated being photographed. Not doing it, not going there, big no.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all those years ago, can you remember how you felt? Perhaps, you know, what were your feelings about the thought of being photographed and why you were so dead against not doing it?
I think it just absolutely terrified me being in front of the camera. I think historically I grew up in an era where, you know, we didn't have these phones where we're clicking selfies every 5 minutes, and you know, I think every time we had photos developed, you always looked at them and thought, oh no, that's awful. So I think I just shied away from the camera really, and it was very rare that you would ever find a photo of me on my own. I was always photographed with family, or in the bit when I had Clarke Care, you know, if I could hide behind the team in a team photo, then I'd do that rather than be the one at the front. So yeah, it was just that feeling of just sheer terror really. I really didn't like being in front of the camera, didn't want my photo taken at all, would always back off from it.
Yeah. Winding forward a few years, you sold that business.
Yep.
Took some time out and you retrained as a business coach. And started Oak Tree Coaching, specialising in helping people in the industry that you were very successful in.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now, we kind of always stayed in touch.
Yeah.
You always, yes, I knew how you felt. Now, you came to me and asking for a photo shoot, for photos for your new business.
Yeah.
What was your mindset? What had shifted or what had changed or what had caused you from all the feelings you had years ago to then moving forward, because we had COVID somewhere in the middle, to then coming, I'm going to have a photo shoot?
Yeah, I think we'd kind of kept in touch, hadn't we, in some shape or form throughout those years. And I think I did one of your mini courses. I can't recall what it was called now.
Yeah.
And I think that really helped me to get over the fear. I wouldn't say it's gone completely, but it certainly helped me uncover what was holding me back from having my photo taken.
Right.
And I think the way you described it and the way you coach people through their fears was just so helpful to me. And being a solopreneur and not having a team to hide behind, I knew that I was going to have some really good authentic photos of me to be able to build up that know, like and trust factor again, because I didn't have a team to hide behind anymore. It was just me. And I just knew, because we'd spoken so many times and I'd done your course as well, I thought the only person that can do this is Penny, because you have just such a lovely way about you and you're so passionate about what you do. So I knew if anyone was going to get me out of this fear, it was going to be you. So yeah, that's why.
Okay,
I came
that was still quite a big step though.
Huge.
For you to do it.
Yeah.
Even you coming into that venue that for the first shoot.
Yeah.
I was aware that you were still a little bit apprehensive, even though you'd brought along a model, hadn't you, to act as a model. I'm hoping that person helped you a little bit.
Yeah.
Just another person in there.
Definitely.
And then within the next year, you came back again and said, I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
And we chose a different venue. So we did another whole shoot. It basically built up you a library of nice varied shots.
Yeah.
Because you're very prolific with your social media posts. And you've got that nice variety of being able to pick pictures to go with the right post. So you've got that library. Again, where had you moved from the first shoot to then the second shoot? How did you feel about that going into that second one?
I think it was because with the first shoot, you just put me at so much ease and just made the whole situation so easy, that I didn't feel, I came into it nervous, but I went out of it actually feeling like I'd quite enjoyed myself. It was quite it was a really nice experience. So I just thought, this time I knew what to expect, and I think that really helped. So and you're so good at getting the best out of people on the day and getting those angles and those shots that get the best out of them. So I think that's what made me think, right, I'm in this groove of getting this library built. Let's get some more done, because like you say, with social media, you can't keep using the same photos all the time, but people do like to see you. They like to see the person behind the business. So for me, that was a no-brainer, really, to come back to you, Penny, and get some more done.
Yeah, and because we had your lovely little dog in there as well, and I loved that. Yeah, and it was often I find also the venue can help, especially if it's a place somebody's familiar with. I did a post not long ago about the importance of a venue. That hopefully sort of helped you. Funnily enough, you saying about authenticity, I was listening to a presentation last week about a guy who is in the AI business and saying the value of true, authentic material is becoming like real estate. It's becoming more and more valuable to people to have that true authenticity, because it's what will separate you out from what they now call as AI slop. So I think if you're still, and you are very authentic in your posts, I try and read them and you're very, very encouraging.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Penny, I do use AI to be able to get my information in my brain out into AI, and then it kind of makes sense of it, but I always go through it to make it sound me, because it is me. But I think there's a lot of people now putting their photographs into AI and getting these, and they just look awful. I mean, we did a caricature recently, and my husband did one, and they ended up giving him 3 hands, so it's not great. So I mean, I'm sure there's some good ones, but for me, I don't want that. I want authentic photographs of me. That's the way forward for me, really. So I'm sure AI has its place with that kind of thing, and it certainly helps me with my content, but I would never use it for photographs.
Yes, I do think you're right. I think AI is something we all individually need to get, how to get the best out of it, but how to not get sucked into what an awful lot of people perhaps are doing with it. But it's going to be down to the individual.
Each to their own.
Each to their own, absolutely, yes. And it was just, I suddenly remembered when you said about that authentic material and people's own photographs. He's in that industry, and he's saying it is right to be sceptical. It is right to recognise the value of really authentic stuff. So anyway,
And I think there's something about, for me, it was about getting out of my comfort zone and being in front of a camera and being with you and doing that session. That's all about my personal growth journey as well. If I'm putting my photos into AI and getting AI to do them, I'm not really growing myself, So I think there's something about actually putting yourself out there, out of your comfort zone, stretching yourself in areas of business that you're not comfortable with. And photography for me was one of those areas that I really wasn't comfortable with. And I'm still on that journey. And the only person I want on that journey with me is you. So I'm afraid you've got more sessions coming up.
No, highly delighted. And I recall after the second one, you did a spontaneous video. Which again, I know is way out of your comfort zone. And it was so unexpected for me. It was lovely. And I was so pleased that you felt encouraged and able to do that.
I've done a selfie this morning.
Whoa!
On my stories, which is huge for me, Penny. I never do that. I thought, I'm going to see Penny, so I'm going to do a selfie this morning.
How did you feel about it?
I mean, you know, it's out of my comfort zone still, but I did it and thought, do you know what, it'll be up there for like 24 hours and it's gone.
Fair enough.
But
I'm going to look forward to seeing that. No,
so
absolutely.
I'm
That's brilliant.
getting better, but that's only thanks to you and your coaching, really. That's why I've got to where I am with having my photo done and feeling comfortable, is because of how you've coached me through that fear barrier of getting them done. So,
and with your own knowledge of coaching people, you understand, perhaps, as you said earlier, you started to recognise the things in yourself that were holding you back.
Definitely.
And you knew it was work you had to do on. And it's, I find as a photographer, it's very much about observing people and understanding how people do and don't like behaving. And I think if you understand people, for me, it's as much about that as it is about the technical side of photography.
Yeah, definitely.
And how to get the best out of people. And when people sort of do use filters, AI now, I just very politely would say to them, or put the thought to them, is that if you feel you need filters, what you're saying to yourself is you're not good enough without them. And if you understand some of the core points about getting a good photograph, you actually don't need them. Whole nother subject to get on to.
Whole nother subject. No, definitely.
Lorraine, thank you so much for sharing me a little bit, with how you felt and your journey. How can people get in touch with you?
Okay, so my website is oaktreecoaching.org. They can email me on hello@oaktreecoaching.org. Find me on LinkedIn, Lorraine Clarke with an E. Find me on Facebook, probably more so on Facebook. I do go on LinkedIn, but probably more of my followers are on Facebook, really. So.
And you help anybody within the care sector?
So everyone loves a niche, don't they? So I've niched down into home care leaders, so home care owners, registered managers who want to start leading with more clarity, confidence and intention. But anyone in the social health and social care leadership role who wants that one-to-one coaching, then I'm happy to support.
You're their person. I will put your contact details obviously below when this video goes up on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being my guest, Lorraine. I value you've given me your valuable time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope that's helped a few of you think about how you feel about being photographed. We'll be back.